Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're back from The Last of Us Part 2 video. In the last video, guys, we talked about the news that The Last of Us Part 2 was getting refunded on the PlayStation 4. Now that that is in effect, many people have one question they keep asking me. When will The Last of Us Part 2 come out? I've done this in the past with many of the games I covered for Telltale Games. This is going to be a release date prediction, and when I do believe The Last of Us Part 2 will release, based on all the information we've gotten right now. And again, this is a developing situation, so let me lay that out before this video starts. I could easily be wrong just because things with this COVID-19 crisis could change. So I got lots of evidence, lots of stuff I'm going to be showing you, and also we're going to be talking about some of this stuff in another video coming up very soon this week, or early next week.
That went out recently was that the game has actually been delayed indefinitely for logistical reasons. So one of the questions I think a lot of fans have been asking is, well, gee, why not just release this digitally in May on sort of the scheduled date? I don't know if you had any insight into how that might work or what the decision making is there.
Well, there hasn't been a final decision yet. Right now, we're just reacting to just a different it's a different retail chain, like whether we could get physical copies to people, what is the internet infrastructure there to support it in all countries. This is a worldwide game that people in every country are waiting for, and we want to make sure we're fair. If we just get it to a small fraction of people, what does it do to all the people that don't get it? So we're right now looking at all sorts of different options. What's the best way to get it to all of our fans as soon as possible? But that's going to take time for us to shift and figure things out, and also see where the world's at. Things are changing from day to day.
Okay.
So that was from Neil Druckmann, basically the head of The Last of Us Part 2, vice president at Naughty Dog. A lot of interesting stuff in that statement. Now, that directly correlated the delay question. So, we know the game's delayed, but is there a possibility, and again, we're going to talk about this individually in another video, that The Last of Us Part 2 could release digitally only in May? Considering that this game, according to him, is at the 1 yard line. It's just final bugs and polishing. So they're basically done. Meaning some fans have asked, is it fair that Naughty Dog could release the game digitally in May on its intended release date? Now again, that question was asked in that interview, and he did not deny it, yet nor did he accept it. Now the only problem with that, though, is that he clearly stated that some places might not have the proper infrastructure in place for a digital-only release, and he doesn't want those people left out. But he finished off by saying that they're looking at different options to get the game to everyone as soon as possible, but doing so will take time, and it could go, again, a couple months. Now, that isn't, again, a very interesting statement, though. That brings up the possibility that The Last of Us Part 2 could not be delayed that long, meaning there's potentiality it could release in its intended May date, even June, or even early July. But again, if we're being realistic, they're likely not going to do that because, again, the amount of people that will be left out would be probably a good amount of people. The community right now is split on this question. That's why we're going to make another video about this. A lot of people want the game as soon as possible, but other people are willing to wait just so everyone gets the opportunity to play at the same time. It's either your team digital or team patience. That's basically what we're breaking down to. And like I said, an entire video is coming on this topic because there's so many different angles. A lot of people want digital only, and then there's another group of people that are willing to wait forever long as possible to get the game. So another thing we're going to be discussing now is the C virus. This is the main impact of the delay, and again, we don't know how this situation is going to change. Right now, at least it seems a little bit the C virus is starting to dip a bit in some of the United States. Again, in other countries it's starting to pick up. So this is a big what if question. Will Naughty Dog, again, Neil doesn't want to do this, but will it release in some countries before others because of this? I just don't think that's going to happen. Now, if that does happen, we could realistically see a May or June release. Now, if the game hypothetically releases, again, May would be probably May 29th, but I don't think it's going to drop in May, even if everything goes well. I could see June, if this ends up working out well, June 12th or June 19th, which are both Fridays. Now, in my personal opinion, this is not going to work out. I don't think they're going to be able to fit a digital-only release to a part of the world. And Neil sounds pretty sure that he does not want to do that. He wants everyone to get the game at the same time and leave nobody out that could get the game. So that probably cuts out May and June in all likeliness. Now, again, there's a possibility they maybe can get it out in July or August. And we talked about this in my first video about the delay. I believe the game, sincerely, in my opinion, will not release in July, barring any major changes. It could be late July if we're lucky, but I think August 21st is that date. I think the C virus stuff will be dying down a little bit by now, and they may be able to get the game out to mostly everybody, physical and digital combined. Now, let's do at the end of the video, the worst case scenario. If this C virus continues to pick up and linger on for months on end without stop, there's been rumors that if that happens, that this game could get pushed to next year in a last case scenario. And I don't think they want to do that, especially considering they're so close. But a lot of the fans think if it is this bad, if they are not able to get this out soon, we could even see the game drop early 2021. Remember how the original release date was 2020 February? Could it be January or February of 2021? I think the worst case scenario will not be next year. I don't think there's no way this game's going to release next year. But I could see it even being pushed all the way back to October or November at the bare latest. If this virus does get to its max potential, though, and still lingers on for months, definitely you could probably realistically see 2021. But if worst case scenario happens, let's just say it's still going to be this year, I'll say October 9th or October 16th. But if it is next year, my guess would probably be either maybe the 15th or 22nd of January, or we're looking all the way even to February 12th or February 19th, which we don't want to have to deal with, but it's coming. If I was a betting man, everybody, I would guess August 21st. That's my guess. I'm going set in stone with it, but I mentioned some other dates in case the COVID-19 crisis picks up or dies down a little faster than anticipated. But ladies and gentlemen, that will do it for the video. Let me know down below in the comments. I want everyone to leave a comment. What date will The Last of Us Part 2 come out? Leave a comment. I want to see what you guys think. And if any of you guys are right, I'm coming back to your comment and I'm pinning you. Okay? Just remember that. And also, if you do me a favor, you made it this far, drop a like, subscribe if you're new to keep up with any date. Last of Us Part 2 video. There will be a new video either tomorrow or Sunday discussing the digital-only release potentialities. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Thank you guys again. Have a great one. Peace.